Hello, fellow grower. It's a rainy Tuesday morning here in Manila. You see, we're expecting two typhoons to arrive, one later this afternoon and the other one by tomorrow. And it's been raining since last night. So I'm going to check some of my plants and share with you a thing or two. When you're growing plants in container, especially in a tropical setting such as my area, it is a good idea to put your containers or to make it sit on an elevated area. In this case, I have my containers sitting on GI pipes, and this allows the water to drain easily at the bottom. Okay, and it is also a good thing to use well-draining soil. So in this case, I have my eggplants uh, using a soil that is a mixture of carbonized rice hull, coco coir, and organic material composts and other organic materials. Now, to show you an example, this avocado grown from seedlings, I used here a predominantly or dominantly clay soil. So as you can see, since it was exposed to rain the whole evening, the container is now filled with water. So this is one problem if you're going to use a clay soil to grow your plants. After the soil has absorbed so much water, it can no longer excrete or release water from the bottom. So you see the plants sitting on water. So I might have to tip this container over and later on to put it in a shaded area. This soursop tree is planted on a medium that is made up of a lot of rice husk. So as you can see, even if it was exposed to rain the whole evening, uh, it is not sitting on water and it has absorbed water quite excellently. The same is true with this sugar apple. It is being grown in a 4 or 5 gallon container. It has been exposed to rain for the whole evening, and it has absorbed water quite easily. Now, even though your soil or medium can absorb water quite easily, still some of the plants need to have a roof in order to protect them from too much rain. You see, rainfall is good for the plants, but just like in the case of human beings, too much of the good thing can be harmful also. So in this case, I still have young uh, grapevines, so I have to put a roof on them to make sure that they will not be exposed to too much rain, which can destroy the leaves, especially in the case of this young grapevine, red cardinal variety. This is a dragon fruit. I just transplanted this dragon fruit about 2 weeks ago, and I'm sure the roots have not yet fully established. So, although they can be exposed to rain and even typhoon, but since the roots are not yet fully established, I also put some cover to make sure that they will not be exposed to too much water. In the case of papaya plants, if you're growing papayas in container, you have to put them in a covered area. You see, papaya trees, they love water, but if they get exposed to too much water, root rot will start to set in. So in this case, I pulled out my papaya tree from being exposed to rain and put it in this shaded area. They will stay in this shaded area until the two typhoons have left the Philippine territory. If you are growing strawberries, it is also important to protect them from too much rainfall. In this case, I've put some of my strawberries here in my front yard. Some of them are in the backyard. And there is this roof also protecting these strawberry plants. Okay. citrus trees can do well even when exposed to too much rain. Just like in the case of this calamansi tree and this lime tree. Uh, just make sure that they have a well-draining soil. Just like in this case, they've been exposed to a lot of rain since last night, but still the container does not show signs of being overwatered. Okay, so these are my citrus trees, at least the two of them. Trees in containers, especially older ones, those that are grafted in particular, such as this avocado tree, planted in this big container with good draining medium, can also be left outside, and it can withstand heavy rainfall as long as you have good drainage. Seedlings must also be protected from being exposed to too much rain, just like in the case of these moringa seedlings, which I have kept in a shaded area. And actually, all kinds of seedlings that you have, whether it is pepper, eggplants, or whatever plants that you have to keep them in a shaded area. So if you live in a tropical country, where there is rain for so much part of the year. In the case of the Philippines, we have rains from starting May up to November, and even a good part of December. So you have to be prepared for the onslaught of the rainy season. So you must have a covered area for your plants when heavy rains come. But some of them can be left outside, and as long as you have good soil that can drain water easily, then you have no problem. And as long as the typhoon will not reach critical levels such as signal number 3 or signal number 4, then container gardening can still be a good thing in your garden. So thank you so much for watching. Uh, I have a few friends in Florida. I hope you are safe and sound. And for those who got affected by the hurricane, I hope you recover very soon. And what can I say? God bless us all. Bye-bye.